Masasik.
Honorable Chairman Royce, Ranking Member Ingo, and distinguished members of this committee, I'm honored to be here today. Thank you so much for having a crucial hearing that really is a matter of life or death. I'm not talking to you as an attorney, I'm not talking as a politician, I'm talking about being a human being who's been on the front lines. I've been to Sinjar Mountain. I've met the girls that have been kidnapped and raped by ISIS. And I'm telling you that we need to give them seeds of hope to know that they can live and thrive in their home. I'm here because I promised these people, my friends across the world, that I would be their voices today. Here are their narratives. I'm here today because of a woman I met named Ikhlas. Ikhlas was in Mosul at home at night, and out of nowhere ISIS came in and said, you have two choices. You either convert to Islam or you pay the jizya. She gave them the money and she said, give me 1 minute because my daughter is in the bathroom taking a shower. I'm just going to get her out. They said, you don't have 1 second. They took a torch. They lit the house, starting from the bathroom where she was taking a shower. Ikhlas picked up her daughter, Rita, and she thought she could take her to the hospital. She had 4-degree burns, but Rita died in her arms. I'm here today because of Joy, an 11-year-old paralyzed kid from the neck down. ISIS found him in Sinjar town. They thought that he was useless to society. So they picked him up with 190 other paralyzed and elderly people. And they threw him in the borders of Syria. But in the midst of all this darkness, I see that there's light. Light can break through the darkness, and we need to take our role as human beings, push them, and help them to survive and thrive. Let me tell you what happened to Joy. The heroes of today, the Peshmerga army, found him with the other 190, and they rescued them. And today they're living in safety. And the Peshmerga army, who's out there risking their lives, are doing this on a constant basis. They are constantly rescuing the innocent. One of those innocent girls that I met, I don't want to disclose her name for privacy purposes. She's 15 years old. And in one night in Sinjar town, ISIS came in and took her with a group of hundreds of girls into a broken down building. And ISIS came in and they started the trading her off, categorizing these girls as merchandise, depending on whether they were beautiful in their eyes, how old they were, whether they were virgins or not, literally treating them like merchandise. She was sent off, and she was being raped on a constant basis, and she decided to make an escape. She believed that she'd rather die trying. She believed that somebody out there, another human being, would help her if she made an escape. And in one night, she broke out of a window and she started to make a run for it. My brave friend went hours hiking on the top of the Sinjar mountain, but ISIS came back for her and took her back. When she went to that house, they starved her, they beat her, and again, she said, I'd rather die trying. ISIS forgot to fix the window they broke. And she made a run for it. And this time she made it to the very top. And who was there to stand by her side? The Peshmerga army, the Kurdish regional government, who have already rescued at least 480 girls and children, 30 of which are impregnated. Many of those that have been impregnated by ISIS committed suicide. The others who received the counseling, who received that push of hope, that seed that each of us can provide, started to dream again, started to see a future. Today I ask for 4 things. I ask that we support the brave Peshmerga army, who's resisting terror at the front lines. They're not just fighting to protect their land. They're not fighting to preserve the religious minorities alone. They're fighting for the entire world. Second, I ask that we provide humanitarian assistance, more and more of it, because today there's about 2 million refugees and IDPs living in the Kurdistan Regional Government region, and they need our support. They need psychological counseling to deal with the trauma. We're talking about a future generation here. Let's help them get the support that they need. Let's help the brave government that's on the front lines, the army that are truly the boots on the ground. I ask that we recognize their amazing rescue efforts. And lastly, I ask of you to help their partners. A country like Egypt, who is now taking hundreds of thousands of Syrians in their own land. A country like Egypt, when President Sisi had heard that 21 Christians were killed in Libya, acted immediately by deploying those airstrikes. A country like Jordan is taking in hundreds of thousands of IDPs and refugees and also fighting on those front lines. Let's support them, because this is a matter of national security. It's not about them, it's about all of us together. And I have a video, if we have a moment to show. These girls are going to share with us their stories.
Without objection.
بيها حتى أوصل صوتي النازحين وأوصل صوتي اللي أكبر مني، حتى إذا يقدر يسوي لي شيء يسوي لنا حتى نرجع. هي أزمة وتنقضي، حتى نرجع ونخلص من هاي الأزمة وتروح إن شاء الله.
مين عايز يغير الدنيا؟ مين عايز يغير التاريخ؟ مين فيكم جاهز يغير التاريخ لشعبكم؟ مين جاهز؟
These girls were kidnapped by ISIS.
كل أحد. وأنت جاهزة تساعدي إخواتك بالموت وبالعيش. وإحنا بنموت وبنعيش. جاهزين نساعدك. كلنا واقفين جنبك.
These girls have hope. They have hope that we're going to help them. Let's all do it together. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Jacqueline.